The wind whispered through the creaking branches outside my bedroom window, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The clock on the nightstand ticked away the seconds, each one echoing in the silence of the night. I lay in bed, my heart pounding, my mind tangled in a web of fear and uncertainty. It had been a night like any other until I heard the unsettling sound, a low, guttural growl that seemed to reverberate from the darkest corners of my home. I pulled the covers tighter around me, desperately trying to convince myself it was just my imagination running wild. But the growls persisted, growing louder with every passing moment. Fear clenched my chest as I thought of my parents down the hall. What if something had happened to them? With trepidation, I stepped out into the dimly lit hallway. The air hung heavy with a chilling fog, making the house feel like a haunted labyrinth. The growls led me toward my parents' room, the door slightly ajar. I pushed it open with a trembling hand, and what I saw froze the blood in my veins. The room was shrouded in darkness, broken only by the dim glow of the moon. My parents' lifeless bodies lay motionless on the bed, their faces frozen in expressions of terror. Panic surged through me, and I stumbled backward, aghast at the gruesome sight. A monstrous silhouette lingered in the corner, obscured by the shadows. The growls intensified, now mingled with a guttural laughter that sent shivers down my spine. I was convinced. A monster had infiltrated our home and taken the lives of my parents. I was alone, vulnerable, and hunted by an unseen terror. Driven by a mix of fear and determination, I began to search for answers. I combed through old family photos, trying to find any clue that might explain the monstrous presence in our midst. The more I delved into the past, the more convinced I became that some malevolent force had targeted my family. Days turned into nights as I spiraled into a relentless quest for the truth. I barricaded myself in my room, clutching a makeshift weapon, determined to confront the monster that had destroyed my life. Sleep eluded me, and my reflection in the mirror grew haggard and haunted. One fateful night, as the growls reached a fever pitch, I cornered the elusive creature in the depths of our home. The shadows clung to its grotesque form, and my heart pounded in my chest. I raised my weapon, ready to face the monster head-on. In the dim light, I caught a glimpse of its face, twisted and contorted. But as I stared into its eyes, the truth unfolded before me like a ghastly revelation. The monster wasn't a stranger or an otherworldly entity. It was me. The mirror reflected the horror within, my face distorted by the darkness that had consumed my soul. The laughter, the growls, the malevolence, all of it emanated from the depths of my own being. The monster that had haunted my nightmares was the very essence of who I had become. As the realization dawned upon me, a sinister grin stretched across my face in the mirror. The line between victim and villain blurred, and I stood alone in the echoing chambers of a house tainted by my own monstrous deeds.